What ho, Snorkers here. Rose-Tinted Spectrum has asked me to introduce this episode because he's completely run out of ideas. And he wanted this season 1 finale to be introduced with an air of sophistication and grace. That's why he called me in. Rose-Tinted Spectrum asked a fancy computer to make up some fake game titles for him. Then he sent them over to some budding artists where much hilarity ensued. And then he and Stu the Brummy got together and had a jolly old laugh about them. They also give them price stickers or something, and it doesn't really matter. Anyway, enjoy the show. And remember, subscribe to Snorkers.
Alright, the next one is by Control-Alt-Reese. He's a lovely man.
Oh,
He's Reese.
lovely.
I would tell you to go and subscribe to his channel, but he's got more subscribers than me now, so I'm not going to say that.
Hey everyone, Reese here, welcome back. Reese here, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be taking another stab at covering this.
The Arabs' recurring one-legged camel adventure.
Well, you got the camel bit right. Have a think of some Llamasoft games. So there's one specifically about camels
Oh God.
that are not normal camels, is the easiest way to say it.
No. Oh, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that makes perfect sense.
So that's part of the title.
Yeah.
So
Attack of the...
yeah, and there's a little bit extra. So the original game was Attack of the Mutant Camels. This one is kind of like a knockoff sequel to that. So it's happened again. It's the mutation of the mutant space camels. So they have doubly mutated. This time they've only got the front two legs by the looks of it.
Well, that's very nice.
The only Atari game in the list, I think, overall.
Poor Atari. No, I really like that. And for an Atari title, I think we would go top end.
Sorax Space, another YouTube channel you need to check out. I've only recently come across his stuff and he's got some great funny videos about retro games, even though I was the first person on YouTube who did retro video game reviews with humorous bits in
I
them.
have heard that.
So, you know, it seems a bit weird that his first few videos were uploaded before I started my channel. I'm not sure why he would retrospectively steal my thunder like that, but it is what it is, Stu. The man can clearly time travel. His entry then.
Oh. Okay, so it's a football game where there's lots of obstacles to fall over on the pitch. Is it worse things happen at football?
Practically. It's not the title, but it's a very similar synopsis, I think. He did send me a synopsis, which is probably the biggest one anyone has ever sent me. He really thought about this one. I did have to buy a new hard drive just to download it, but so it says, football trickery with a brutal twist. All your life you've been terrible at football, and anything that involves vacating the couch, quite frankly. Combined with a diet of whiskey and wedding cakes, it's hard to pinpoint the exact reason for your failures. The talented champions have you raging with jealousy. Your shirts look like they've shrunk in the wash... Your shirts look like they've shrunk in the wash, but they haven't. They haven't had a wash, and neither have you. Your keeper tends to rest on the post, ciggy in one hand and a leg of chicken in the other. However, the manager has a devious plan. Enter the opposition's changing room and switch their boots for stiletto heels. Throw a few pebbles in them, place itching powder in their kit, throw marbles on the pitch, make their posts ever so slightly wider apart and yours closer together. As a tiny team with a small budget, choose your weapons wisely. Target the superstars, Stu. Target the superstars. Can you take down those that can actually play football, lift the cup and bring it home to the pub to fill with Premier Lager?
Is it target the target the opposition?
You're never gonna get it. It's target Super Soccer. Clearly going off target Renegade there, but then
yes, with it, yeah,
just stealing a different genre entirely and going with football instead. He did send me, much like the one of the others, he sent me an alternative hand-drawn version, which is before he got the Photoshop in. So we have this one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Should have gone with that.
I was going to say, yeah, should have gone with that.
Should have gone with that.
No, I like that. I like that. I'm going to go top end with that.
Ooh.
Going to go top end. You weren't expecting that.
Wasn't that very fancy? Oh. Next up, it's an entry from Flesh Pete of YouTube channel RetroSesh. It's one half of the RetroSesh. If you want to see the other half, you have to go to the YouTube channel where Flesh Pete might not actually necessarily be there because there's a pandemic on. They're not allowed to touch each other anymore. So, if you want to see somebody other than Pete, you can go to the channel at the minute. He's not on there so often.
Good
right
intro,
now.
Dave. Good intro.
But the other one's there. Mike's there. But he didn't do this picture, so we're not talking about Mike. So, yeah, go and look at RetroSesh. Oh, man, that was a good advert. Right. So
please don't re-record that.
I will never re-record anything, Stu. I'm very adamant about that. This... I'm just going to show you the picture for this. I don't know what even to ask you.
Okay.
You're not going to get the title. I'm not sure you would even be able to explain what game this would be. So let's just go with it. What do you think you're looking at, Stu?
Is it a dog turd in the shape of a dog?
I don't think it's a dog turd.
Dog food in the shape of a dog?
I think it could be dog food. What is dog food mostly consisting of?
Bits of meat and jelly.
Yes.
Is it jelly dog on the grass?
Oh, you've got most of the words there. It's jelly of the dog.
Ah, very nice. Jelly of the dog.
Yes, jelly of
what
the dog.
What on earth could that be?
I've got no idea. I can't even think of what type of game it would be.
No.
Platform game, maybe?
You
didn't send me a synopsis, so this helped even less. So
jelly.
I've got a picture of basically some dog food on some grass in the shape of a dog, and that's what we've got.
Dog food. I mean, that's very, very clever, but it's still budget.
I'll be your dog. It's sexy time, Stu.
Oh, yes. Trousers off.
There weren't a great deal of sex-related games that came out of the algorithm, and those that did were just either nonsensical to the point of being rubbish or just unusable because they were too sexy. There was one, however, and the artist in question absolutely nailed it. So I have made an advert for this one. Once again, I got my friend Rick's American girlfriend to do the lady voice because she did such a good job with the last one. And it also has the voice of my friend Joe, who I haven't seen for about, I would say, 15 years. And I contacted him to get him to do a bit of this advert. Which he obviously didn't really know what he was doing it for, but he did it anyway.
Are you looking for some executive relief? sexy adventure where anything goes, then what you need, what you really, really need is...
Mystery Sex Quest. It's sex, but it's a mystery.
There you go.
It's good. I like it.
The artwork for it is fantastic. It seems very high budget for what would probably appear in the back of your Spectrum mail order only. That is quite a fancy cover.
It is. That's a really good cover. I would. I think you're right though. The one on the right looks a bit like David Tennant. It's an odd one because, like you say, I think that would definitely be mail order, which kind of puts you into a different pricing category.
Well, his description of the gameplay might twist your melon. It says, after a loading screen / menu, there's a pretty decent, mildly erotic digitized image bearing no relation to the cover. I imagine the game like a collection of mostly rubbish minigames, timing key presses to move phallic objects, button bashing to make liquid squirt, etc. A game designed to take the money of men and boys with the suggestion of pre-internet smut. So,
I think we'll go for budget. Thanks for making me feel awkward for 5 minutes.
This next one might be the best cover that's ever been made for any game, I'm going to say. It comes from John B of Retrobytes. He's done us a little radio advert for this one, Stu.
Oh, brilliant.
The game title, because he says it in there anyway, but the game title he got was The Hobbit Trilogy, Episode 7, Gauntlet Inferno Blaster.
Wow, that's some mashup, isn't it?
That's a big name, right? So his radio advert.
The Hobbit Trilogy, Episode 7, Gauntlet Inferno Blaster. The least appropriate use of the Hobbit IP yet. Marvel at this not a rip-off of a Space Harrier on your very own Spectrum. It's such a rip-off. Blast the Orc Horde, but don't shoot those dwarfs. It's harder than you might think, given the colour clash. Colour clash. Out to buy in no good stores now. This game is no way approved by the Tolkien estate. Book sold separately.
I want you to imagine what kind of elaborate image goes with a game like this. What are you seeing in your mind's eye, Stu? Just to give you that title again, The Hobbit Trilogy, Episode 7, Gauntlet Inferno Blast.
But he said it's like Space Harrier, which has thrown a spanner in the works for me. Well, I mean, all I can imagine is like the little hobbits on one side of the screen going against like the barbarian and the lady and the little dwarf and the elves from Gauntlet running against each other.
Okay. Well, I want you to temper those expectations so hard that you are well prepared to accept what's about to appear in front of you. Now, you're probably struggling to see that, Stu. And there's a reason for that. It's because he sent it to me in a very, very small resolution. So
was it drawn on a stamp?
There's a lot of white involved in the cover. And he forgot to write the title on the box. So it was a perfect storm of things, and I thought I could go back and ask him for a bigger version, but I am just going to display it as it has been sent. This tiny little drawing of what I think is a hobbit shooting some goblins that are coming towards him.
Right. This isn't even going to be budget. This is going to be on the front of Zap or Crash. It's not even going to be sold. It's getting sellotaped to the front of a magazine.
another lovely YouTube channel. We've had a lot of lovely YouTube channels. If you like retro things and you like things made of wood, go and check out More Fun Making It. That's probably a good advert, isn't it?
Oh, lovely chap.
If you make
very
things,
nice.
If you like things made out of wood, you'll like the channel. I think if I liked wood and I heard that, I'd think, hey, that sounds like my kind of thing, that I like wood. And then I go and watch this. This is why I don't do adverts.
Do you like wood? Yeah. Oh no, that sounds wrong. Yeah.
Well, yes, that's why you don't go down that route, Stu. He did recently finish building a virtual pinball table, which actually just makes me jealous. I don't really want to talk about his channel anymore because I want a virtual pinball table. The problem is I don't like wood enough, Stu.
Well, it's probably not the channel for you then.
No, I'll just have to continue being jealous.
I need to turn that down.
Anyway, his entry is an import of sorts. It's the one and only Russian game we've got. I guess that has to get bonus points. I don't know why, but it should get bonus points. So, Comrade Boris must protect loyal nightclub patrons in this epic action-adventure game. So what title are you going for with that? So I would suggest a bit of broken English.
Is it a bouncer, a doorman?
I think that is as close as you're going to get based on the title.
The
just
broken English.
Being broken English, yes. That's exactly what it is. It is...
It's good. He's being a bouncer.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
And it looks like, not that I'm trying to put the idea into your head, it looks like a budget game. Like it's got that silver and then black, and that's it. It's definitely got that ring of budget to it. But I may be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I don't think there's enough wood on it though. To be perfectly honest with you, it needs more wood.
Yes, he should have built a cabinet specifically for this, and we might have given him the $9.99 price range.
Yeah, budget range, but yeah, it looks nice. I like that one. Yeah.
Join us on another classic adventure in the Dizzy saga, where this time you have to stop that tyrant Dizzy, as all his past adventures were just a ploy to gain wealth and magical powers to achieve his final form. In this strategy game you must battle Dizzy's forces, but make sure you do it before he hatches and the evil within will spread across the world. And that is a terrifying version of Dizzy.
It is, yeah.
It's a very mean looking face.
Don't personify an egg.
No, no.
That's my rule for life.
What title are you going for there?
So has it got Dizzy in the title?
It does, and it's almost the name of it is the name of a famous Superman comic, but it's just shoved the word Dizzy in there.
Right. Not Death. No, I'm thinking Death of Superman.
Yeah, that'll do.
Really?
Death of the Super Dizzy.
Oh my god!
I'm very surprised you got that. Well done, good boy.
I like comics, Dave.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, by the Oliver twins, cousin Barry Oliver. Again, PG rating. he likes to give his games PG ratings.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I really like the little kind of Conehead skulls.
Yeah.
Because they are very similar to in the film Coneheads, where he goes back to his planet. They're all. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I really like that cover, and I do actually want to play a version where Dizzy is the antagonist rather than
that'd be brilliant.
The protagonist.
Oh, I'm very impressed with that. I'm going top end with that.
And I think that might be the best looking and concept Dizzy game out of all of the ones that we've seen throughout this.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them, hasn't there?
There has. I did put a lot of Dizzy games into the algorithm. That could be why.